In today's lesson, we're going to be looking at Sweet Child of Mine, which is by Guns N' Roses, originally released in 1987, and it's from the grade 3 syllabus of the Trinity Rock and Pop books. Going to now have a look at the chorus, which is at the bottom of page 1, bar 33. This involves moving between a crash cymbal and a ride cymbal, and also has bass drum and snare drum going most of the way through it. So I'll just play it without the ride cymbal to start with, just so you can see how the bass drum, snare drum and crash cymbal fit together. So here's the chorus, bar 33. With an extra bonus bass drum in the last bar, just in case you spotted that. Now we're going to take the crash cymbal out of it and just play the ride cymbal, so you can hear the bass drum and snare drum patterns hopefully more clearly, whilst I'm just keeping a continuous quaver beat on the ride cymbal. So this is bar 33 onwards again. And now I'll do the chorus with everything in, so ride cymbal and crash cymbal and hopefully the right bass drum pattern as well. So this is last line of page 1, first line of page 2. And if you listen to this carefully with the song, the crash cymbal tends to go in time with the ohms. I'm just going to see if I can find the chorus on my app, and I'll see if I can show you what I mean. Section is the breakdown, the last 4 lines of the piece from bar 49. This is at the end of the guitar solo. When we are on the guitar solo, you need to make sure that you're counting all the way through, because the guitar solo doesn't finish exactly at the end of the bar where it says it kind of bleeds over into the middle of 49. So you need to make sure that you're ready to play quietly straight away. It's very rare in drum kit pieces that we get any kind of sustained quiet dynamic. So from 49, we've got mezzo piano, which is nearly quiet, and we can actually enjoy that quieter dynamic for 2 whole lines. So if you really make the most of that, particularly in an assessed situation, whether it's for a Trinity rock and pop exam, or if you want to choose this for a practical assessment at school, teachers always love it when you play quietly because they can write about it. So here's the pattern from the breakdown. I've got a cross stick across the snare drum, and bass drum and hi-hat, and it goes like this. This is bar 49. 1, 2, 3, and... There's the first 2 bars, and first 2 lines. And if you check the 4th bar of that each time, it's in exactly what the bass guitar plays. Do 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 do. That comes out. Let me see if I can find a breakdown on my app. This will be the end of the guitar solo, so you'll hear him going on for too long, or her. Beg your pardon. Guitar. And here's the flange. So try and resist the temptation to get too loud too soon. Whenever I play this, I always get excited by the time we get to the last line, or I get a bit bored of playing mezzo forte and it sounds like it's building up towards the end. But we have to save the actual loud dynamic for the final bar, which I'm just going to talk about now. So it goes around the tom-toms, and it's in triplet crotchets. So these are the last 2 bars. I'm going to take away the flam and just play it all with my right hand. Again, lots of listening to the track for this one. It's what everybody else in the band plays with you. And then I'm just going to sneak in a low left hand before all of those rights. One more time. If I play from the final line, which is bar 61, I'm going to try and stay a bit quieter this time. And now with the flams, you can normally choose if you go what I would call a high right flam or a high left flam. Generally in this piece, I think it works well to have a high right flam, especially if you're coming from the hi-hat first. So from bar 57 in the last two lines, hi-hat's playing up here, and then my right hand's automatically going to be high. If it's diving off the diving board onto the snare drum, my left hand can be ready to play a low note underneath it. We're now going to have a look at bars 15 and bar 16. So this is at the end of the introduction, just before the verse comes in. It's another example of being able to play quiet. It also says sub next to it, which is short for subito. Subito piano means suddenly quiet. So you're coming from a forte bish, as I like to call it, a bass drum and a crash cymbal together, creeping in with both hands together, making sure that we stay nice and quiet. And if we can, each subsequent beat on the snare drum and the floor tom needs to be a little bit higher. And then it finishes off with a bass flam bass, or as I like to call it, a doublado. Doublado. So I'll just try those bars for you. These are the last two bars of the introduction. 2, 3, 4. Try it one more time. So things to look out for, make sure that both your hands are going up and down at the same time. That sounds a really obvious thing to say. But when people get louder, sometimes your stronger hand can get there first or be a little bit higher. So it doesn't always sound exactly together. There's a danger it can turn into this. So I need to make sure that it's all controlled and we don't get too excited again because it's getting louder. We don't get faster, we need to make sure it's all steady. So I'll try it one more time. From the bish to the doublado. And for that one I was doing a high left flam, just because my hands are coming from here. Now let's have a look at the fill-in that happens 3 times in a piece. First time it comes in as bar 24, so this is end of line 4. Then it comes in at bar 32, which is end of line 6 on page 1. And then it also happens before the repeat at what I think might be 46, 7, 8, 48A. Not sure why it's called that. They always have the snare drum and crash cymbal together. And they always have another bass drum and a crash cymbal at the end. I'll just play you the bar to start with. So the first time it comes is in bar 24. 1, 2, 3, 4. And for this one, I am using 2 crash cymbals. When you have crash cymbals that happen quite close to each other, it's sometimes nice to move them around a little bit. Because it gives one cymbal an opportunity to finish vibrating before it's played again. Just means they can speak a little bit clearer. So it's a syncopated beat. Again, you'll learn this quicker if you just listen to what's going on in the band. Don't forget, if you get the app, you can slow it down, or if you want to slow down your YouTube channel as well, that's in settings, and slow this down during the run through and see if I manage to play it right or not. So I'll just do it slowly for you. This is the same bar again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Same thing happens again. I'm going to play from 29 now. So these are the last 4 bars before the chorus, bar 29 into the chorus. And so on. And the only difference where it comes later on at bar 48A. If that's what it's called. In the first time bar at the end of the interlude is that it comes from the ride cymbal. But then it goes straight back into the verse. And that's where we're going to finish for this week. Don't forget you can listen to the full run through right at the very beginning of the lesson, and you can slow down and repeat as many sections of the lesson as you like. Good luck with your practice, and I look forward to hearing about your results. See you next time.